Well. Fancy seeing you here from coast to coast, from sea to shining sea. It's 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in the Mile High City, the Spyderco capital of the world. Unless that happens to be Taiwan. Happy friggin' Saturday, all you filthy animals.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh boy, what a week it's been. And yet, here we are. The weekend is upon us. The time to get everything done that we've said we would do when we got to the weekend. The lawns will be mowed. The groceries will be got. We will spend entirely too much money on eggs and justify it because they're eggs. But I digress, guys. Welcome in, everyone. If you could be so kind, as you pop in the chat, make sure to Spartan kick the like button. Do it for me. Let YouTube know that we're live, baby. We are in the first quarter of the year, and this is the time when YouTube's like, just you could take a few months off. We tried moving to one live stream a week. Did not work well. I was depressed. You were depressed. You guys went to other live streams and complained about it. I went to other live streams and complained about, you know what? People were reaching out to me. They said, Rollshambo, are you okay? Yes. Anyways, guys, what's new with the channel? Been working on coming out with more content, becoming more organized in my content creation. I've got a table full of knives to review, which is good because currently at this point in time, I don't have a whole lot of time to make other types of content, which is fine. I get really, really excited, when I've got content to make, regardless of what that is. I have like several Steel Snobs episodes half written. What I'm waiting for is just like a break, a lull, a period of time where I'm like, okay, I've talked about everything that I have. Let's work towards making something else. We'll get there. Steel Snobs will be back. That is a guarantee from yours truly. If I have to just tell every knife company out there no more for like a month or two, I will. I don't want to because I like new knives just as much as everybody else, but I will if I have to. What else is new? We'll do a screen share real quick, guys. There is a new badge for channel members who have been a member for at least a year. You might be noticing it in the chat. I'm calling it the Chaos Deputy badge for the annual member, those who have been channel members for at least a year. And in case it's small on your screen, this is essentially what it is. Bam! Look at that. It's aggressive. It's patriotic. No, it's not patriotic. It's aggressive. I honestly really like how that turned out. I would love to actually have shirts made with that on it. Because I want one. I want to wear one. The Chaos Deputy. Brought to you, of course, or rather inspired by the new Discord mods that we have. We have a Discord mod team. Gone is the role of Sheriff. Because let's be honest, nobody actually wanted the role of Sheriff. And what I mean when I say that is nobody wanted to be the ones laying down the law in the lawless hive of scum and villainy that is the members only Discord, the only Spartans Discord. Only one sorry sap should actually be burdened with that, and that's me. But that doesn't mean that we can't have Discord mods. So big shout out and a welcome to the new Chaos Deputies, the moderators of the Discord. That's a shout out to Mr. Ian Coates, who may or may not be in the chat. I'd have to check. A big shout out to Mr. Knight Rare, who I know is in the chat. And also a big shout out to Mr. Ed B.
Oh, yeah.
It was foisted upon them. I didn't ask. I just made it happen. But I figured if they didn't want it, they could let me know. Anyways, guys, enough of my monologuing. it's about time we say hi to some good folks. What's up, Ground Fog? Good to see you, man. First person in the chat, Night Rare. There he is. He says it's Saturday, baby. Yes, sir. Thanks for being a channel member. Welcome into Mr. Bluetooth Blades, another channel member in the house. Marco, another channel member. David V says Sparta. What's up, Dave? Good to see you, man. Welcome into Henry G. Thank you for being a channel member. Welcome into Lone Star Towboy. Says greetings. What's in your pocket, Lone Star? I'm used to seeing your pocket check. Is it a Cold Steel Dark Angel? I'm getting Dark Angel vibes. Or is that ProTech that makes the Dark Angel? I'm all sorts of confused. Welcome into Blind Woo Fury. Thanks for being a channel member. My man Jim Miller, what's up, Jim? Good to see you. Welcome into Vivelsky. Good to see you. Thanks for being a channel member. Welcome into the Ponds. Well, thanks for riding with the channel, brother. Ed B, there he is. There he is. Blade Shooter G in the house. Welcome in. Cat Scratch. Let's keep it rolling. I'm gonna miss the chat. What's happening to the chat? I'm trying to catch up, guys. I'm trying. Welcome into Caleb. Welcome into Addicted Blades. Let's go. Hold on. Things are happening. It's making me jump in the chat. Nick Travellini, there he is. Welcome in. Thanks for being a channel member, Nick T. Welcome into Sterling Stutes. Craig Vincent, what's up? Hey, and shout out to Night Rare for gifting 5 channel memberships. And congrats to the 5 people who got those memberships. That would be Addicted to Blades, Bluminati Ninja, Wes Gibson, Thomas McDonald, and Doc Seuss. And you know what? Shout out to my man Bluminati Ninja. Thanks for being a channel moderator. Let's go. Thanks so much for the gifted memberships, Night. And guys, if you're a new channel member, or maybe you're deciding, you know what, now would be a good time to spend my time in the chaos that is the Only Spartans Discord. Join the fun. The invite link is in my community section of YouTube. YouTube calls it posts. For some reason, they thought that was better than community. I don't know. Channel members, join the Only Spartans Discord. Join the fun. Join the pocket checks. Which we will be getting to today. What was in my pocket? This is one hell of a knife, guys, and I have already reviewed it. So if this is new to you and you haven't seen my review on it, go check it out. Remet has seriously leveled up their game with this knife, and they have different versions. Like, this is the bougiest version. This one's in full DLC, Timascus inlay, really slicey hollow ground, modified sheep's foot blade. Love it. Sculpted titanium handle scales. Are you kidding me? They were smart. They hid the lanyard hole. I got a review on it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. This is the Remet RT Kestrel. This one's in full DLC. You can, of course, get it with carbon fiber inlay. You can get it without the DLC. The satin finish also looks really cool. It's really, really freaking cool, guys. Awesome knife. That's what I carried today. What was in your pocket? If you're not in the Discord, pop it in the chat. Let me know, what did you carry today? And welcome into Renee Ramon. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, hey, I got here early. Look at me. You know, a scratch and sniff sticker for Renee. You guys remember that back in school when like you'd be tracing the cursive? I'm kind of dating myself now because like they don't teach cursive anymore. But I remember, you know, back in the day, I'd go to school and I'd look forward, like, I'm going to trace those letters so damn good, and I'm going to get that scratch and sniff sticker. And somebody had to put it at the bottom of a pool. Anyways. Oh, man. I don't know just how well the new logo is working as an emoji. I don't necessarily know if it's working super well. I might have to work on that a bit, guys. I might have to work on that a bit. Right now, as an emoji, it looks like it could possibly use some work. But hopefully it looks better as a badge. We'll work on it. We'll work. I promise we'll work on it. It's sick. I want that on a shirt. I want that on a hat. The Chaos Deputy, sign me up. Welcome in to John Blackman. Thanks for being a channel member. Good to see you, John. And guys, I'm so far behind. I'm just going to start jumping. Hey, shout out to Mr. Steven Fletcher, who's been a channel member for 4 months. 4 months. Thank you so much for riding with the channel, Steven. It says calmer weather tonight. No tornadoes in my area. Yeah, I've got family that are in Tornado Alley. I think it's Tornado Alley. Anyways, they got you know how they do like the tornado maps and they show you the colors? And the deeper the color red, the more screwed you are. They're in that. And I'm like, well, get to a storm cellar, be smart. I don't know, guys. Feel bad for those who are affected by tornadoes. Tornadoes are freakishly awesome, but also extremely scary. Stay safe. If you're in a tornado affected area, stay safe. And thank you again for riding with the channel for 4 months. Shout out to Night Rayer for the $5 super. And he says, new members, be sure to stop in and check out the members only Discord. It's a hoot. We would love to have you. We would. I have plans to grow the Only Spartans Discord. I do. Channel members are Spartans. It's the Only Spartans Discord. We don't share, illicit pictures, but we do share feet pics. Like when you point the camera to show your pocket check, sometimes your feet are in the... I'm going to move on. Thanks for the $5 super. And guys, yeah, join in the members only Discord, or as I like to call it, the Only Spartans Discord. I appreciate it. Welcome into Jen Singh. Good to see you, man. John Blackman, channel member for 16 months. He says, what's up, Shambo and members? Dude, thanks for riding with the channel for so long. John, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome into Ace Paylone. Chad K in the house says, howdy to everyone. Hope all got through the storms fine from last night. Some people are still going through them. Stay safe, everyone. Absolutely stay safe. Welcome into Matt D. Thanks for being a channel member. Night Rare says 19 tornadoes in my state, but we were blessed to barely be touched by the storm. Hey, count your blessings. I'm from the Pacific Northwest and we don't have tornadoes there. We do have wildland fires. It's like there's no part of the country where they don't have some kind of issue. And then there's California, which is like wildland fires and earthquakes. It's a double-double. Just like a good burger from In-N-Out. Man, now I just ate dinner. Now I'm kind of hungry. Matt D says, I got to send a photo of my ridiculous get up to Discord on my way to a disco party. Matt always has some really, really sweet carry photos. And he makes it look easy. Like I'm over here with my camera, my DSLR camera, like getting in, like changing the angles. And he's like, oh, look, phone shot. Boom. Perfection. Some people just make it look easy. Jim says it'll be here in an hour. The storm, stay safe, Jim. I know Jim's ready. I know Jim's got the flashlights charged. I know he's got plenty of water on hand. If there's anyone that's prepared, I have all the faith in the world that Mr. Jim Miller is prepared. All right. Hey, and shout out to Bluetooth Blades for the $5 super. He says, I bought a Magnacut Zon, but it was left-handed and got a refund. Oh, man. I felt so many emotions reading that message. First of all, congrats on the Zon. Second of all, sorry it was a lefty. That must be how left-handed people feel like when they see a knife, they're like, oh, that looks sweet. And then they're like, oh, not ambidextrous. That's a bummer, man. You'll get the right one. I know you will. You'll get the right one. And when you do, it'll be a victorious moment and we'll celebrate it together. It's the hunt. The hunt is a big part of the fun. Hey, welcome it. There he is. One of the newly minted Chaos deputies. What's up, Ian? Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being a channel member, channel moderator, and now, as if his plate wasn't full enough, a Chaos deputy of the Only Spartans Discord. Welcome into Splitting Slices. Good to see you, man. Thank you for being a longtime channel member as well. He says, howdy, RSB. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. Let's go. Jim says, Mississippi had tornadoes and an earthquake. Damn. The states are just getting rocked with natural disasters. I mean, I know tornadoes, hurricanes, wildland fires, it's par for the course when you have such a large piece of the world. You know, we've got a large piece of the continent. We're going to experience a lot of difference. I get that. I totally get that. I think about it. I was like, you know, where could I move which is relatively boring? I was about to say Illinois seems nice this time of year, but then I remembered Chicago is a part of Illinois. I'm kidding. No offense to the fine citizens of the city of Chicago. Welcome into Ryan Shear. Good to see you, man. All right, guys. I think I'm all caught up. Ian says, roll pulled my mod card only to give it back. Kinda. You weren't technically a mod. That's the thing. So I created the Discord sheriff position, and it was not listed as a mod. It was listed as an administrator. Now, administrators have pretty much all the same capabilities as the server owner. And I did it as a social experiment. I wanted to see if I give someone no incentive, no directive, and all the power, you know, kind of like our politicians, what would happen? What would happen? Would law and order reign? No, it did not. People don't want law and order. They want chaos and anarchy. And you know what? I'll be honest, guys. I'm fine with not having super stupid solid rules in the Discord, as long as that's what people want. You know, I think that there should be some structure in some places, but other than that, it's there so people can connect, people can converse. So lo and behold, it is not something that I want other people. I don't want other people to have the same powers over my server as I do. And that does not mean that I don't want channel mods. Asking someone else to run my server is not nice. It's not nice. So Ian did not lose his moderation. He did not lose his mod status. I wouldn't do that. He's not allowed to quit. Ian, you're not allowed to quit. I just made him a cooler badge, which I then tried to put in the Discord, and Discord's like, you have to pay for like 15 boosts. Greedy Discord. We'll get it there. That's going to be the mod badge, the Chaos Deputy badge in the Discord. Once I figure out how many boosts I need to pay for to actually be able to do that. Anyways, welcome in, Ian. Good to see you, man. He says Tri-State lets me be an admin, but not roll. This isn't Tri-State. That's not how I roll. Lone Star says, quickest sheriff on the keyboard, the fastest nonsense in the West. The chat in the Discord gets pretty crazy. Welcome to AJ. Good to see you, man. He says, evening, everyone. Hope you're all having a great one so far. It's pretty decent. Lots of good stuff going on recently, guys. Recently released a video. Haven't done a whole lot of Boker recently. Until today, released my second ever. I've got over 700 episodes released on my channel to date, and I've only ever reviewed one Boker before. If you guys know Zach from Zach in the Wild, he's now the president of marketing over at Boker. He's changing some stuff around. He's getting the community more involved. He reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to check out some of our stuff? We're making some changes. We're going to have new exciting things on the horizon. Would love to get you familiarized with the brand. So I've got Bokers in the future. First Boker review up today. If you're interested, go ahead and check it out. They've got some exciting stuff on the way from Boker, which I think is really cool, and it'll be on the channel. It's also really cool talking to Zach in the Wild. That's pretty cool, because I remember before I had my channel, I would watch a whole lot of Blade HQ, and that was back when he was part of that with Ben. You know, Ben banters, Zach. Simpler times, back when eggs only cost like a few bucks. We're going to be counting inflation by how much eggs cost now. Night Raider says, Rollshambo, wait, the mod badge is going to be the same as the 1-year member badge? That will be confusing. Not on the Discord. It wouldn't be confusing because we don't have any badges on the Discord right now. They're just like little colored shields. Like they're the most basic ones. I don't know if I can even get there without spending a boatload of money on boosts, which I'm not necessarily looking to do today. But eventually we will get the Discord server to a certain point where paying Discord for all the boosts to get the most out of the server makes sense. And when that happens, there will be badges. But this badge was inspired by the Discord. That's why I created it. So it's the 1-year membership badge. I'll probably do something different for the Discord. We'll see. That's way down the road. Again, we'll see. Knight says, I like Boker. I have one. Yeah. No, they do a really good job. Did you know they're one of the oldest knife companies? Like they've been around since the mid 1800s. Boker USA. Here's a fun fact. I was talking to Zach and he told me this. Zach is all about the stories. He's a big history buff. Did you know that Boker USA is actually older than the Boker parent company in Solingen, Germany? That's crazy. It's crazy. And World War II happened and they had to shut it down for a while because of their German connections. Really interesting story there. Hey, shout out to Bluetooth Blades for the $5 super. Thank you, man.
Keep that change.
He says, my Excalibur has been stuck in Nashville since January 14th. So sad. I would be calling the postmaster. I'm sure you've done that. That is baloney. Months and months with no movement. Man, I'm sorry. That sucks. Freaking U.S. Postal Service. I have switched to doing UPS as much as possible, whether I'm shipping stuff out or, you know, if I buy something and I'm asking, like, I'll pay for the UPS shipping if it gives me the opportunity, because U.S. Postal Service is awful right now. And if you have to go with USPS, do the priority shipping. It's worth it. The extra, like, people say, oh, it's not worth the extra $10. Just be patient. Like 2 months patient? What the hell, post office? I know you've been talking to Doge, but I hear that the layoffs are not going to affect the Postal Service. At least I hope not. Apparently they're aiming on making it more efficient. Good luck. It's been tried many times before, and every time it just turns out to be a statistical slippery slope that keeps the government from actually improving the Postal Service. Lone Star says, we don't need stinking badges. We want aromatic ones. What would it sound? What would it sound like? What would it smell like? Like potpourri? Like burnt hair? Anyways, welcome into Laid Off Pete. Thanks for being a channel member. Good to see you, man. Says, yeah, they are having issues. Yeah, they are. They are. Welcome into Adventure 50. Jim Miller says additional postage does not. I haven't had any issues with priority mail. However, I have had issues with the ground saver mail, like they call it ground advantage. Several, in fact, and these have been minor issues where just being patient has been the key. The only issue that I've had recently, when I've been kind of forced to use the Postal Service, has been that on ground advantage mail, what happens is it comes into the area, it comes into the Denver, and Denver's supposed to be one of the biggest hubs, if not the biggest hub for the post office in the nation. And then because it's ground advantage, they're like, well, we'll ship it off to Wyoming. How about Nevada? And it goes on the scenic route for no apparent reason, then takes an additional 4 or 5 days to get here, versus priority mail. I've had it show up in a couple days. So I haven't had issues with priority mail. I have had issues with the ground advantage, and I've been witnessing a ton of people have issues just across the board. So yeah, Time to call the boys in brown. What's up, UPS? Welcome into Andrew Bradley. He says, my knife I sold on eBay is lost. I am out $900. Ooh, that's rough. So as somebody that's been a part of many pass around groups, I loan out knives to friends that have channels. Like, for example, I loan out knives back and forth with Knife Dope a lot, Jason from the Knife Dope channel. And we have a rule. When you ship it for exactly what it costs to replace it, because you have no idea. And yes, it's going to cost a bit more on the shipping, but even if you're spending like $10 to $15 more on the shipping to insure a really expensive knife, like if you're shipping an $900,000 worth of knives and the post office screws it up, it's better to just pay for the insurance will pay out. The insurance will pay out. So it's hard when you're buying something. It's really hard when you're buying something. A lot of places, a lot of retailers do not give you the option to purchase insurance on whatever you're buying. Some do. If you're buying something expensive, pay for the insurance. If you are shipping something out, insure it for whatever it costs you. It's worth it, especially if you're using the post office. Hey, welcome into TC Blades. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for being a channel member. He says, I absolutely hate when something gets shipped UPS and then it gets transferred to the postal service. They call it SurePost. Yeah. Also known as Ground Saver. There's UPS Ground and then there's UPS Ground Saver. Ground Saver does SurePost. And my understanding is that they use their network, so it gets shipped via UPS, and then whenever it gets to the local area, then they give it to the post office, and the post office is supposed to take it from there. So it's not in my opinion, it's probably a bit more reliable than the Ground Advantage option from the post office, because it's using UPS instead of the postal service. So by the time it gets to your area, it's going to get to your local post office. It's the cheap option. We all want to pay less, especially when everything costs more. On these things, guys, whenever you're about to pay for shipping, just think of it like this. Would it be worth the extra money to get the better shipping if this were to take an extra 15 days, or in some case, like even longer? Just think about that. Adventure 50 says, it has to do with where you live. I'm in New Jersey and it almost never has problems with the mail. I think because New York and New Jersey are the major hubs for the Northeast. I don't know. Denver is one of the most major hubs in the country, and we have issues. Matt D says, all right, amigos, party time. Have a great night, everyone. Hey, take care, Matt D. We'll catch you on the flip side. All right, guys. So, update. Over the last two live streams, we've been discussing the Brown Knives Cortex XL and the Rockwell hardness of Brown Knives Magnacut. They don't list it. Weird. It's not on the certificate of authenticity. For an expensive knife, weird. Now, one of the reasons why this is weird is because whenever you pay a ton of money for something like a knife, one of the things you usually get with that is a certain level of transparency. But it's not there, it's not evident. So, we have a channel member. Shout out to Mr. B. Devious. I don't know if he's watching or not, or if he'll watch later. What's up, B. Devious? He said that he had heard from Lefty EDC that Brown Knives was doing their Magnacut at 60 to 61. I don't like assuming, and I don't like making statements about things like Rockwell hardness, which is a very touchy subject for a lot of people, myself included. Like, obviously I'm invested. And so I reached out to Brown Knives. A week went by, nothing, not a tostada. I sent an email, nothing. And then this morning, I actually got a response to my Instagram message that I sent Craig Brown. And he confirmed it, guys. He confirmed it. The Magnacut from Brown Knives is, in fact, 60 to 61. Now, is that the end of the world? No. In fact, Dr. Laren Thomas himself has said that there's no need for a witch hunt. One of the beautiful things about Magnacut is that it can be properly heat treated. Like, hardness is not the end-all be-all indicator of whether or not something is properly heat treated. It's just how hard is the steel, right? And that does affect the knife steel properties. But Laren Thomas himself has said Magnacut can be properly heat treated between as low as 59 upwards of 65. Now, in the folding knife world, most people will agree that they want to see it at not even just 62, which is what Spyderco does it at. Most people in the folding knife world want to see it at 63 to 65 because you don't sacrifice that much toughness by comparison to heat treat it at, say, like 63 to 65, but you do sacrifice some wear resistance to do it lower than that. The irony here is that when I did my Magnacut video, which is far and away my most popular video I've ever produced, people complained that I didn't put Spyderco on the recommended list of companies that were doing it right, because Spyderco does it at like 62. They don't do it at 63, they do it at 62. People complain, they're like, how dare you not put Spyderco on the recommended list? You bastard. You can't make everybody happy, okay? So I revisited that subject. I got more information. I started researching more, and then I revisited my list. And I said, you know what the hey? Spyderco, we'll put it on the recommended list. We'll say that the baseline for Magnacut should be 62 for folding knives. And then people said, no, 62 is far too low. You can't make everybody happy. But my point is this. You get different properties at different Rockwell hardness levels. If what you're looking for is the best wear resistance, the best edge retention out of Magnacut, don't go any lower than 62. Brown Knives is at 60 to 61, confirmed, which is a bit of a shame because I would love to see a bit more edge retention out of this, a bit more wear resistance. The good news is that it does have really thin slicey edge geometry, which will help with edge retention from a geometry standpoint. But it's not going to hold an edge as long as it could. It's just one of those things that you should know. And I looked it up on behalf of Mr. B. Devious, and I talked to Craig Brown directly, and he confirmed in not so many words, 60 to 61. So yes, it's going to be targeted somewhere in that realm. I still love this knife though. It's still a damn good knife. Still got a damn good edge on it. It'll be easier to sharpen. It'll be more corrosion resistant. It'll be tougher. We all want more. We want more wear resistance out of that Magnacut. So anyways, since that was a topic, I thought I'd give you guys an update. It is what it is. Bluetooth says Hinderer HRC on Brown Knives. That sucks. It's softer Magnacut than what people want. That doesn't mean that it's a bad steel. It doesn't mean that it's a bad heat treat. It means that it is a softer Magnacut than what most people want. Hey, welcome into BC Gerbs. What's up, Gerbs? Good to see you, man. Ian says, put the Cortex down and talk about something else. I'll do what I want. I'll do exactly what I want. And there he is, the man himself. Be Devious, thanks for being a channel member. I wasn't oblivious. I was stuck in a monologue. It happens. Roman M. Yeah, dude, I love the Cortex. I also really love the new Mojave. If you want great wear resistance, the Mojave 20 CV 62 Rockwell, that is a cutting machine. Anyways, Adventure 50 says Crucible says it should be between 60 to 62 on their website. I would go based off of what Laren says and not so much based off of what Crucible says, especially now that Crucible is defunct. According to Dr. Laren Thomas, the inventor of Magnacut, 60 to 65 is completely acceptable. People that run fixed blades a lot don't want Magnacut at 65. They want it at 60 to 61. So you could say that this has a fixed blades level of hardness. They want more corrosion resistance. They want more toughness. That's what people that run fixed blades want. You get into folding knives and we're like, we don't like, it's not a pry bar. It's not a pry bar. Welcome into Sharp Obsession. Says post office shut that down now. Shut that down. The post office has lost so much money over the years, but they are the discussion of, is the post office necessary? Should we just switch to third parties? Should we switch to, the FedEx, the UPS, the DHLs of the world, the Amazon shippings of the world? Would we be okay doing that? I don't know. I don't know. Night Raider says, do you know how hard it is to get the insurance money from U.S. Postal Service? They are insufferable. I had a computer get busted in shipping and it took months to get a partial refund. They wouldn't pay full. So I haven't had to do an insurance claim on the Postal Service yet. But I do know people who have. They did express the same thing, that it's a lengthy process. You have to show receipts, proof that whatever it is that you insured actually costs that much. I have had to do an insurance claim through the UPS. Somebody that I sold a knife to claimed that they never got it, and this was a while ago. So obviously I refunded them, and then I used the insurance, and I want to say that it took a month. Insurance claims, no matter what the insurance is for, are never quick. They're never quick. Yep, I feel that. SC Rick says, can't buy knives right now. Got to get the bridge at the dentist. $5,000 with insurance. It sucks. Oof, that's rough. I have a dental bridge as well. Not fun. Not fun at all. All right. We're going to catch up with the chat here. Hold on. Jim Miller says, Keith the Knife Freak works for FedEx. From what he says, FedEx is total rodent sex. What does that even mean? It's rat infested. FedEx is rat infested. Shipping carriers. Michael Sawyer says, does lower HRC equate to higher corrosion resistance? It depends on the steel and its components, but for Magnacut, it absolutely does. So with Magnacut, depending upon the hardness, you lose corrosion resistance and toughness the higher Rockwell you go, but you don't necessarily lose as much as you would lose wear resistance by doing it at a lower hardness. So the benefits of a higher hardness Magnacut are better wear resistance. The benefits of a lower Rockwell Magnacut is better toughness, better corrosion resistance. At 62 Rockwell, like if you were to look at Dr. Laren Thomas's rating of Magnacut on his website, on Knife Steel Nerd, you know what? I'll just show you guys. I can talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I'm just going to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to go to knifesteelnerds.com and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So, knifesteelnerds.com, okay? This is Dr. Laren Thomas's own website. This is where I got the knife steel property ratings for the tool for the Steel Snobs tool. With Laren's blessing, by the way. So he puts all of this stuff in here. I just compiled it. But Magnacut is... Where's Magnacut? Stainless. Magnacut. So he lists Magnacut as a 7 for toughness, a 5 for edge retention, which is mislabeled. He lists it as edge retention. It really should be labeled as wear resistance. He does that so it's easier for people to understand. And then corrosion resistance at a 9.5. So this is with Magnacut at 62 Rockwell. You know what that's really, really close to for wear resistance? D2. That's D2 levels of wear resistance. 7 for toughness, 8 or 9.5 for corrosion resistance. So you get better, like below this, you would get better corrosion resistance. You would get better toughness. At 63, you're going to be getting a lot better wear resistance. You just do. Yes, you lose some corrosion resistance. You lose some toughness. But not so much where it completely makes the steel unstainless, right? Or super brittle. You know, at 65 Rockwell, I want to say that this still has the toughness of 10V. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah. So in his article on Magnacut, he actually shows graphs like this of what happens to the properties of Magnacut the harder you heat treat it. That makes sense. And even at 65 Rockwell, it still has about the same level of toughness as CPM 10V, which is not necessarily a super weak steel. It's just something to think about. And I've showcased that in many videos, just so that people have an idea of what I'm talking about. Toughness does make a difference in edge retention overall. And this is something that people get wrong all the time. They confuse wear resistance with edge retention. Edge retention is like this big overall picture, right? Wear resistance is just a piece of that picture. It might be a big piece of that picture, but it's just a singular piece. People don't think about it like this, but you can lose an edge from more than just a loss of wear resistance. If the edge rolls over, right? If it chips, that means that you lost it due to toughness, not due to wear resistance. The more wear resistant a steel is, the more brittle it is. Think about Maximate, think about Rex 121. Now, where does that make a difference? It makes a difference in what are you cutting? Are you cutting a fibrous rope? Are you cutting something that could potentially break your edge? Corrosion resistance also plays a role. Think about how much faster your cheap kitchen knives go dull if you leave them in the sink wet. You know, corrosion happens on a microscopic level. Sometimes you can't even see it. Don't put your cheap kitchen knives away wet. So all of this comes together for edge retention, right? And you can also get it through geometry, not just knife steel properties. In fact, there's a big advantage to really good cutting geometry. That's why people want hollow ground blades. You know, this one's hollow ground. It stays thinner behind the edge longer. Rant over. But while we are on the screen share, let's go ahead and head on over to the Only Spartans Discord and check on the pocket checks. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up for today. We're going to see what we've got. All right. Starting with Vivelsky, he's got a nice spread there. He's got the iPhone. He's got the multi-tool, which I'm not necessarily sure which multi-tool that is. Looks good though. He's got the Ketwo Smoke Show. He's got, is that a QSP Penguin slip joint? No, it's a backlock. What is that? I'm not familiar with that one. He's got the Peachy G9 utility box cutter. Love that knife. And then he's got a watch and a flashlight. Very cool, man. Nice carry. He's got the AirPods over there. I dig it. Bluetooth blades. Ooh, I like that. Full titanium XM18 Spanso. Harpoon Spanso. Very nice. And then, of course, Bluetooth blades also has that full zirconium shaman build, which I absolutely love. Look at that oil slick zirconium. gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What a banger carry. The Pons, he's got the Spyderco. That's the Indella, right? It's the Indella? Yeah, it's the Indella. Indella Warncliffe and the Ozark Grail. And then, of course, the Arkfeld Pro. Nice carry, man. All right, we're going to reset this. We're zoomed in a little far. Yeah. My carry today, I'm trying to get some photos out there, guys. Like, my cell phone photo game is not good. That was my carry, though. Carried the Remet RT Castrol. Love that knife. Absolutely love it. Here we go. Day's got the purple swish buoy. Is that a purple swish buoy? It is. With the Lynch Northwest clip. I like it. That looks like the original one in the CTS XHP, right? Is that a mirror stonewash on the blade? Very nice. Oh man, gas station knives coming with the heat. It's the Kaiser Silverwing. Gorgeous photo. Look at that. Got the snow in the background. Beautiful. Is that a frozen waterfall? Are you freaking kidding me? Please tell me that waterfall is completely frozen over. That's beautiful. Great photo. That should be in a magazine somewhere. Chainsaw, let's go. He's got the 15V Para 3. I'm not familiar with that QSP fixed blade. Not familiar with that traditional pocket knife. That one, I know what that is. It's an artisan cutlery. It's a very popular knife. I'm just going to duck my head in shame. I know what that is. I know what this one up here at the top is. I know what it is. We're just going to move on. Let's go. Night Rare, he's got... That's the Fox Knife Saturn. And what is that fixed blade? The MKM Micro 2. Thanks for putting that there. He's helping a guy out. He's like, you know what, Rolls, just, he needs the help. It's been a long week. We're going to check in on the chat. A shout out to Laid Off Pete. Thank you for being a channel member for 4 months. Says, missed last few. Glad to join you champions tonight. Dude, we're glad to have you. And life happens, guys. If you're watching this after the fact, you're like, damn, I missed the live stream. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Life happens. We get busy. We move on. We do stuff. Sometimes I have to miss the live streams, and that sucks. But we're here. Whether you're watching the replay, whether you're watching it live, guys, make sure to Spartan kick that like button. Ian says, Roll, if you can tell me what is in the background of my picture, I'll shut up about being an admin. All right. We'll get there. We'll get to your picture. It'll be hard for me to focus. I already saw your picture, Ian. Ian's got a very, very interesting carry today. The Matt D with the Utzler Neutralizer, the Focusworks Eric's PC1 pen, the trusty Zippo, the I don't know how to say that. Papirpow bandana, and anti-knife inspector extraordinaire. Look at that photo. Such a clean pocket check. I don't know how you get, like, how do you get the bandanas and the hanks to look that crisp? Asking for a friend. Utzler. I've heard that you're supposed to pronounce it Utzler. I've also heard people call it Utzler. I don't know. I'm bad at pronunciation. Ian has in his background that looks like a cardboard box. He's carrying a Sebenza knockoff, which makes me feel like he should apologize to his pockets and probably to his Milwaukee fastball. The land. What's in the background? I mean, that's a cardboard box. Looks like you got some pallets. So I'm guessing you're at work in a warehouse. I mean, technically, that's it, right? The warehouse is in the background. Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyways, the ponds. He's got that's a Katsu, the JT03. Okay. Is that with ZDP 189? I know that they've got a lot of ZDP 189 over there at Katsu. They're like a more affordable Rockstead, right? Right? Maybe that's a bad joke. Warrior Guild. He's got the Civivi Klingman. That's the best damn EDC knife. Look at that. What would you call that blade shape? Would you call that like a Persian Bowie? What would you call that? I don't know how I feel about that knife. I kind of want to check it out though. It doesn't look terribly big. I might have to buy one of those. Great photo though. The Klingman. I kind of want to check it out. You can tell that it's got a nice hollow ground right there. Is that what they call a non-concentric grind, where it follows the edge of the blade and not just going straight across? Trying to remember what Brian from Transparent Knives said about that. Craig Vincent, he's got the Mangana Steel Kaimano. He's got the Ritter Hogue, or in this case, the Ritter Hogue. Cold Steel 8010. He's got the Kaiser Phoenix. The new Remet. What do they call that one? Is that the Remet Canyon? I think it is. And then this guy right here, which I don't know what that is. Is that a 6-leaf? I'm not familiar with this purple one with the camo, with the regular basket weave carbon fiber. I like that Ritter Hogue though, Craig. I do like your Ritter Hogue. Jim Miller, he's got a nice carry. He's got the Ritter Hogue as well. This one in orange. He's got the what is that? The BRKR1. Got a couple O-lights. Got a nice fixie right there. Now, usually Jim is kind and he tells me what he's carrying. He's got the Ritter Hogue RSK1, the SE Zenkudo, and the Keith the Knife Freak Sax. It's a sax blade. You can also pronounce it Sayax. I don't care what anybody says. It is correct to say it that way. People give me a hard time when I pronounce it like that, but it is technically correct. I like that fixed blade. That's the Keith the Knife Freak Sax, right? I like it, man. Nice carry, dude. Big Jim, he's got, of course, the benchmade Adamas. That's possibly the only benchmade that I actually have on a list of knives that I want to own, is the mini Adamas with the marbled carbon fiber. I actually do like it. I've handled one. I liked it then. I like it now. I will own one. It's just not a huge priority. People know me. I'm not a huge benchmade guy, but that doesn't mean that I still can't appreciate a good knife when I handle one. And I do like the mini Adamas. Renee Ramon with some fire. Look at that. That's a Transparent Knives 940 reblade in K390. Shout out to Brian from Transparent Knives. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. I would rock that. I bet that knife is one hell of a cutting machine. Absolutely, dude. Harpoon cleaver? Harpoon cleaver foot? What do you call that blade shape? What does he call that blade shape? I'm not sure. Congrats on getting one though, Renee. That's really cool. I bet you that knife holds an edge for forever. Stephen Fletcher, he's got a Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in Flytanium scale. Are those Flytanium scales? I think so. Those look like the Lotus scales. Contoured, right? Are they contoured? I think they are. John Blackman, he's got a good carry as well. He's got the Swiss Army knife. He's got, is that a Spyderco? Which Spyderco is that? Is that the Delica? Is that a Delica over there? Swiss Army knife. We got a Leatherman. I don't know my Leathermans. He's got two Knipex pliers. That's your work carry all day, isn't it? John gets work done. I know it. Let's see. Gizmelian, he's got the new Knives Knives Offender that looks like the Tuya Wolf. Is that the Bag Knives the One? Is that what they call that? And then a Kaiser drop bear with the Lexan scales. Nice carry. That's the QSP Dolphin doing work at dinner time. Very nice. Very nice. Man, the pocket checks just keep flooding in. I like it. Oh, here we go. TC Blades with the Devo Knives Tall Boy. Look at that. The Tall Boy. I've got one in front of me. This one is the first run Tall Boy with the purple nurple scales. This one has the extra milling on the handle scales, which I like. I believe the new versions don't. The newer versions after that don't have that milling. Right? Yeah. Love this knife. Kev hit me up the other day. He's like, "You still have that Tall Boy? You mind posting about it? We got the drop coming." I'm like, I would never sell this knife. That's why I upgraded it with the Timascus kit. It's a gorgeous knife. This is one of my favorite knives that I own. It's a beast. S90V at 62 Rockwell. Get out of town. Love that knife. Laid off Pete. He's got the mini growler. And it looks like he did what I did. He did what I did. He added a Tall Boy clip, did some modifications to get it flushed. Nice, man. Mini growler. What a good one. I appreciate that you did what I did with the clip. It needed a milled clip. It did. Nick T with the Yan chevron. Every time I see that knife, I'm like, why didn't I just buy one? Come on, why didn't I just buy one? Love that photo though. You got it looking like a mustache. Ed Durbin, he's told me what this is, and I'm probably never going to remember it. Ed Durbin, you're gonna have to remind me what this is. I know that's a crazy knife with the crazy lanyard fob. Fred the Lug, he's got a bunch of Sparrow Strix. Well, he's got two Sparrow Strix. And then, of course, the Concept Fenrir. I want a custom Strix so bad. So bad. I mean, I would love to have a production Strix too. Apparently, they're going to be doing another run of these, of the production Strix. These are customs, though. Sparrow Strix production laser. Oh, so that one is, in fact, the production Strix. Okay. Very nice. I dig it. Sever 7. I'm not familiar with that one. I'm not familiar with that artisan cutlery knife. So that's a fail for me.
Epic fail.
It looks beautiful. Got some nice, is that Zircotai or Timascus? I think that's Timascus. I think. Looks sweet. Artisan Cutlery does some pretty sweet stuff. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and head on back to the chat. And I know that I've missed stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to the chat. A shout out to TC Blades, who upgraded his channel membership to Battalion Leader.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
TC, thank you, man. Guys, we have more membership levels. Well, by more, I mean 2. And you know what? I'm going to kill the music for a second because I've got an announcement. I know that everything costs more. When I started the channel membership, when YouTube said, okay, you've reached 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize now, you can have channel members. I looked at what the different levels for membership costs was. And my goal was to make it as open to as many people as possible. So I selected the lowest cost that YouTube would let me select. At the time, that was $2.99. I just wanted people to feel like they could become a channel member if they wanted to and not have to, you know, like be financially held up for it. I said it, I forget it, I made it as cheap as I could. I want to say it was 2 or 3 live streams ago. Somebody was like, no, $2.99 is not the lowest channel membership that you can have anymore. So I got to thinking, because my immediate response was, well, I mean, it's $3. What can you buy for $3 anymore? But the mindset hasn't changed of, you know, I still want to make it as easy as possible for people to become channel members. So in the near future, I would say probably by the end of the weekend, I'm going to be creating a new baseline level. The 99-cent membership. Is it going to have everything that the $3 membership has? Is it going to have everything that the $10 membership has? No. But it's going to be a baseline membership for those who just want to be a part of the cool kids table. If you want to eat lunch at the cool kids table, you can join. Cost of membership is $1. So I will be adding that to the membership levels here soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to get a mod team together for the Discord, because if we get a big influx of people, the chaos might be too much. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. And if you want the cheaper membership, go for the cheaper membership. If you want to go for the more expensive membership and really support the channel, trust me when I say that absolutely makes a difference. Absolutely makes a difference. I put all of the money that the channel makes, which isn't necessarily a whole lot, like whatever you might think. I'm not paying bills with the channel. But I do put the earnings from the channel into taxes, because I have to pay those now on the channel, but also into being able to create more content. It helps with stuff like saving for more expensive knives. Not every company wants to send Rollshambo stuff. That's totally fine. If I see something that I want, I have to pay for it somehow, and I usually pay for it out of the funds that the channel earns. So when you purchase membership, when you do a super chat, when you gift memberships, that all goes back to the channel so that I can continue to make content, and your support makes the difference. So to each and every one of you guys, whether you like and subscribe to show your support, whether you're a channel member of any level, of any kind to show your support, whether you watch every video from the start to the finish, all of that makes this channel possible. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I'm going to do my part to continue to make supporting this channel as cheap and easy as possible for those who feel like they want to. So keep your eyes peeled. Over the next couple days, we will be lowering the baseline channel membership level to $1. And hopefully that helps you buy an extra dozen eggs this month. Anyways, Jim Miller says the Zancudo is several years old. It is the predecessor of the Ratsu. I thought it looked familiar. It's the Beg Knives Sation. Beg Knives, they were supposed to send me a bunch of knives to check out, and then apparently they had a death in the family. Things got really weird. I didn't feel like pressing them for it, but I really like what Beg Knives is doing on their production knives. Stephen Fletcher says, yes, the PM2 is in Flytanium contoured copper scales that have been shipwrecked. I thought that looked pretty interesting. I really like shipwrecked patina. Ian says, I set a reminder for the drop. I need a purple nurple. Dude, do it. I don't know if I have it in me to ever sell this knife. People are like, that's cool. I'm going to wait for one of your knife sales. I'm like, not going to sell it. Not like, there are certain knives that are not going to end up in my knife sale. But you never know. Sometimes I just jump off the deep end of like, you know what? This would be cool to put out there. Why not? It's like, hey, great minds think alike. Oh, man. A shout out to Michael Sawyer for the $5 super. He says, just FYI, I was the guy who mentioned that. For me, 99 cents was $2.99 is the difference between just letting it run all year versus only subbing when watching. Oh, yeah. Dude, I forget what people tell me because there's so many people telling me so many different things. But yeah, no, I appreciate the heads up because I had honestly thought that I had my membership level as low as YouTube would let me because for the longest time it was. But I do want to make the cost of entry as easy for people as possible. So for those who want to support more, they can. For those who just want to, get in and stay supporting it, at a level that is doable for them, they can. And for those who just want to support by watching the content, that's totally cool too. So thank you for the heads up on that. He says, thanks, Rolls, but don't call it cheap membership. Call it the budget membership. Thanks. The less expensive than eggs membership. There we go. Anyways, guys, we're having fun. All right. Shall we see what's out there? I think we should. I totally think we should. And you know what? We'll start by going over to the knife yard sale in the Only Spartans Discord. Yeah. Let's see what's out there for sale. Vivelski's got a couple for sale. He's got the Spyderco smock, never used, never carried. I bought it from Spyderco factory store in person in September. $180. There you go, guys. Pretty much a brand new or like new Spyderco smock. $180. Get it in the knife yard sale. He's also selling the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 Crew Carta. Never used, never carried. Purchased from Blade HQ. Display knife. I can tell because anyone that carries a Paramilitary 2 is going to change that clip. They're going to change it to at least be tip up carry. Does anyone actually carry their Paramilitary 2s stock like the way they come from Spyderco with the tip down? Does anyone actually carry it that way? I can't. For me, the ergos are off with the stock clip positioning. But that's how you know. He never changed it back. He's also got a Hinder XM18 Spanso. Purchased from DLT, never used, never carried. $375, very nice. Basically a brand new Spanso. Fred the Lug, he's got some knives for sale. Look at that. Guys, make sure you check out the knife yard sale. We got some good folks selling some good knives over there. One that Fred the Lug has that I've been eyeballing has been this Something Obscene Neemly Cleaver. I've always wanted to try a knife from Something Obscene Company. Never took the plunge. He's got one, $450. Limited run, 25 out of 50. New style. Yeah. Love that compound grind. It's not for everybody. A lot of people look at that and they're like, I don't like that. That's the same kind of compound grind that we get on the RS Knife Works Chaos, formerly known as the Mayhem. He's got a Quiet Carry Drift LCT for $350. There you go. Save $30 off the brand new price. Vanax Super Clean. Why are you selling all the good stuff, Fred? I need to avoid that listing. I don't have the money, Fred. Stop it. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what's new over at DLT. Why not? I'm not affiliated with them. I do like window shopping and seeing what they got on their drops. Recently, they had what's funny? The funny thing is like, I tell people, hey, the 3-inch XM18 is a pretty good carry knife. And everyone's like, oh, it's too small. It's too small. And then they come out with the Fullard Spear 3-inch and they sold out. This is probably one of the first. I shouldn't say one of the first. This is one of the few Hinderer drops to sell out recently. Most of the time, like in the last 6 to 8 months, Hinderer drops have not been selling out. And whether that's because they've just been doing a whole lot of inventory or just because most of the people that want one officially have one, and so the demand has dropped, I don't know. But there hasn't been a whole lot of Hinderer drops recently that have been selling out. This one was one. Apparently everybody and their mom wants a Fullard Spear XM18, and they're okay with it being a 3-inch. I thought that was funny. People are like, oh, Rollshambo, 3-inch is too small. It's too small. You can do a lot of damage with 3 inches. It's not about the size, fellas. It's about how you use it. Your knife. I'm talking about your knife. Come on. They've got some Vehement Knives fixed blades. Fixed blades are on the rise. People are really getting into fixed blades nowadays. This is cool. Kind of like that. $345 USA made, CPM 154, black wash, G10 handles. Very nice. I might have to get into more fixed blades. We'll see. We'll see. Finch recently released a new knife, the Stray Dog. You seen this? Fat carbon. N690. I believe that's a steel bolster. The Fat Carbon Snowfire. It kind of looks, honestly, like flipper only, but Finch Knives does a really good job on their flipper only deployments. They're extremely snappy. N690 is not a bad blade steel. 175, I'm guessing, because it has the fat carbon. And this one's not terribly small. It's 7.5 inches overall. Interesting. Hey, look, the Diamondback Jack is in stock. I knew it. I mentioned this in the last live stream. I was like, you know what? This is going to be the most popular one. With the crystallized titanium, that one sold out. Full hollow grind. All the other ones are still available. The Purple Haze Fat Carbon is available. Satin DLC with the Black Ice Kieranite still available. They came out with more after hours jacks. Interesting. Okay, so that looks like pretty much it. They got some more fixed blades here. The Warlander Enterprises. Warlander Falcon. 1084 spalted two-tone blade, box Elder Burl. That looks pretty good. Freaking fixed blades. Drawing me into another rabbit hole. I don't need to go down that path. I don't need to go down that path. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat here. Ian says, I'm $2.99 and I just let it ride. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Fred the Lug says, I kind of agree with Michael. Maybe making the 99-cent membership available in yearly aliquots would be good. Like an open membership period. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. I don't know. I want to make it affordable for people that want to be here. I want to make it, the cost of entry affordable. Let's see. Craig Vincent says, but can we expect the same made in the USA quality for only $1? No matter what the cost of entry is, you're going to get, you're getting me either way. Same guy. All right. I'm going to scroll down. I'm scrolling down. David V says 3 inches is average. Yeah. And Craig says 3-inch Hinderer is like a Cadillac Cimarron. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. David V says, not into Hinderer myself. I really liked, you know what? I sold mine. I wasn't planning on it, but I had to when I had the opportunity to get this guy, because this was so high on my grail list. But I will own another one. There's two, in fact, that I want. I want the flipper delete buoy, which, I mean, they're available. You could probably get one on DLT, actually. Hinderer XM18 buoy. Just the autos are left here now. Okay. I know I could probably find one at, was it USA Made Blade? I believe so. XM18 buoy. Oh, it's XM-18. Hold on. Did these just up and just get sold out of nowhere? What happened? Ooh, they've got Hinderer Jurassics. Nice. They've also got the Spartan Harsey 3¼ inch. I like those plain Jane scales for a 3¼ inch Spartan Harsey. Yeah. With the blue accents, that's nice. Where was it? I know they still have them. Is it Southern? It's not Southern Blades. It's Southern Edges. Edges.com. Are there some mixed Striders in stock here? Oh my goodness, there is. Look at that. The Strider PT or the Per TE. The Per T-E 795. It's like the smaller, that's like the smaller SNG, right? Look at that. Dang a beauty. Oh, out of stock. Never mind. I'm getting drawn off course here. I'm looking for something specific. The Hinderer XM18 buoy. That's the Eclipse buoy. Close, but no cigar. I know that there. Yeah, there it is. Nope, that's still the Eclipse buoy. Where is it? XM18 flipper delete buoy. There it is. Non-flipper buoy. There it is. Still available at Southern Edges, $425. You got them on all the colors. But for me, that's like, honestly, that's the one that I like. A shout out to TC Blades for the $20 super. He says, Rolls, let me help you down the rabbit hole. You need a new fixed blade, and it's the Chris Reeve Inyoni fixed blade. Pics do not do it justice. You will understand with it in hand. Ooh. The Inyoni, the Chris Reeve Inyoni. I've been seeing these pop up. But they do sell out. Yeah, that looks good. They're really only $275? I thought they were more expensive than that. Would I go with the natural micarta? I don't think so. I think I'd probably go for the black canvas micarta. That's definitely the way to go. I swear I've seen these with wood scales too. Dude, but Night Rare, or excuse me, TC Blades, thank you so much for the $20 super, my man. Super, super generous. Thank you so much, brother. Fixed blades. I'm going to say this. There's been one thing about fixed blades that has kept me from really getting into them, and that is my ability to test them. It's hard for me to test them with where I currently live. The good news is that, you know, the further away from the city that I move, it'll be more possible to do actually do better testing. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. And as soon as I do that, I'm probably going to get into fixed blades more. I actually have a review coming up in the next day or two that is going to have a fixed blade in it. It'll have a folding knife too. But that's kind of why I stick primarily to folding knives, because that's what I carry on a daily basis. But I'd be lying if I said that I didn't enjoy a good fixed blade. My very first knife was a fixed blade. I still have it. It's my favorite knife. People ask me all the time. If you could only keep one knife, if you had to run outside your house in a house fire, you only had time to grab one, what would it be? I'd probably take my very first knife that was ever given to me, because I still have it. So I would save that one. And it's a fixed blade. Thank you so much for all the support, TC. I definitely appreciate it, man. Guys, give it up one time for TC Blades.
This is Sparta!
We appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Roman M says Paul Mills and Ian Coates got a full track in hand. Fantastic. That's the other one that recently sold out, was the Hinderer full track. Ian says, "Are we legging this out to 2 hours?" I don't. I'm just going. I'm just going. Inyoni fixed blade. Yeah, a Chris Reeve. Yeah, put it on the list. Is it really only $275? Is it really only $275? These aren't available anywhere, are they? Chris Reeve Inyoni in stock. I don't think these are in stock anywhere. If I was to go on eBay, how much would I spend? $400. That's not where I parked my car. $360. On eBay, you gotta ask the question: Is it real? Is it real, or is it a knockoff? Blade HQ? Of course not. Coming soon. $275. I kind of want one now. Damn it. Damn it. The Chris Reeve backpacker. It's a bigger one. I think I'd go with the Inyoni. I agree. I think the Inyoni has the better look to it. I would definitely put a set of pull-the-dot loops on that, though, instead of an ulti clip. Ian says, "Roll is crazy, man, to think a $275 CRK is in stock somewhere." I've seen these hit the in-stock. So Reddit has a thread called, I think it's like Blades in Stock. And I've seen these pop up in the Blades in Stock several times. So they do become available. They don't stay available. David V says, "Ian, what does CRK run their Magnacut at?" 63 to 65. 63 to 65. Pretty sure that's what they put on their website anyways. And they actually do put it in there. You know what? Hold on. I've got my Nooms on box right here. Pretty sure they put it on their certificate of authenticity because they don't mess around. They're proud of what they do over there. Yeah, here it is. The COA. 63 to 64 is what that says. Right here. Birth date of my Nooms on was September 30th, 2024. CPM Magnacut at 63 to 64 Rockwell. Brown Knives, if you're watching, that's how you do a certificate of authenticity. Birth date, materials, Rockwell hardness. Of course Chris Reeve isn't going to mess around. Of course. There was never any doubt in my mind. $63 to $64. That's how you do Magnacut, right there. Ian says not 63 to 65. 63, 64, whatever. Same thing. Potato, tomato. Ian says CRK doesn't do steel unless it's perfect. Yeah, you know, they even updated their Rockwell on, I believe it was S35VN. They updated it. They were running it at, I believe it was 59, and then they updated it to like 60 or 61. Hold on. I've got a Sebenza 21 box right here. I can verify. 59 to 60 is what they did on this one. This one was born back in 2015. A decade ago. They were doing S35VN at 59 to 60. I do know that they changed it, though. They boosted that. They ended up changing their Rockwell target on their S35 when they figured out they could get better results out of it. All right. Joe's Garage, good to see you, man. He says, still digging on that Cortex XL? You have me considering taking the plunge on the secondary market after seeing your reaction. I love it, dude. I do love this knife. The craftsmanship on here is incredible. Absolutely love it. I will say this. The Rockwell target for the Cortex XL's Magnacut is a bit lower than what most people want to see. Rockwell target on the Cortex XL is 60 to 61, according to Craig Brown himself, who responded to a message where I asked him that. That being said, the cutting geometry is insane. It's a full hollow grind. I absolutely love the way that Craig Brown does his pocket clip milling. The handle scales are incredible. The way that this is put together is incredible. The fact that this is small batch, mid-tech, American made. So much work done by hand on this. Some people would call this a CNC custom. The hard part is figuring out, you know, which knife I would rather have. This or my Machine Wise Mojave. I'm going to do a video on that. So keep your eyes peeled. Love the Cortex XL. SC Rick says both Chris Reeve fixed blades are awesome. I don't think Chris Reeve makes a bad knife at all. I think you could probably make an argument that everything they put out is good. But, you know, they're not out there putting out 1,000,001 different models every year. They're doing the same set of models for forever, and that's giving them the opportunity to truly perfect their process with that. Yeah, they'll update the steel. They might make a quality of life update here with a pivot or, like a piece of hardware here, a pocket clip there. But for the most part, they've been very wise keeping the same model lineup as long as they have. Because it's allowed them to perfect what they already have. All right. All right. I mean, we're here. We might as well see what else is new at Blade HQ. Why not? They got the Diamondback Jack. And the crystallized tie version is sold out. Not a surprise. MechForce Barker collab. The Hokkaido. That looks good. I know some people are going to look at that and be like, speed holes? I don't want speed holes. Everyone wants milling until it goes all the way through the scales. I need to check out some MechForce knives this year. I've heard only good things about MechForce knives. They've done some designs with, or some collaborations with Rick Lala, famous knife maker. They're working with John Barker. They've recently did it's the Hellraiser, right? With Skelton Blade Works. Jim Skelton. Mech Force Hellraiser. Yeah, these are sold out. That's a nasty looking blade. And by nasty, I mean that looks crazy cool. It's almost a kukri grind. Almost a kukri grind because it goes from a recurve to a belly and almost back to a recurve to that super stabby harpoon style blade. I like the way the thumb stud looks. I like the inlays. Skeleton Blade Works on the pivot. I might have to get my hands on one of these. Ball bearing pocket clip. Are they ever going to give Beg Knives their due? Beg Knives invented the ball bearing pocket clip. They were the first. And they got copied incessantly by everybody else. Let's do this. Mech Force Hellraiser. Sold out on NC Blade. Okay. Hellraiser. No, they do have one left. The Purple Haze carbon fiber version too. Very nice. I think the hard sell for some people on this is going to be the price tag. The price tag, and a lot of people are going to look at that and say, I hate recurves because I don't want to sharpen it. It's in Vanac Super Clean. Fat carbon inlay, titanium. Looks like T8 hardware all the way around. Ball bearing pocket clip. What kind of grind is that? Is that a hollow grind? No, they do give Todd Begg his due. They do give Todd Begg his due. I'm just reading down here. Check this out. I spoke too soon. Apologies. Sometimes I do that. It says the sculpted and skeletonized titanium clip features the Begg ball with permission by the creator Todd Begg. There you go, guys. You know who did not give Todd Begg any credit for the ball bearing pocket clips? Lots and lots and lots of knife companies. Microtech. Heretic. Oh man. That's cool though. I really like the fact that they did that. That is something that Jim Skelton would do. Jim Skelton would give credit where credit's due. When he did, which knife was it? It was a knife that he did with Bastard Knives. And the tibia, right? Was it the one that looks like the tibia? Hold on. I know they have it for sale here. Why am I skimping on the name now? Yeah, the tibia. So he gave credit to James Brand for this texturing on the handle scales for this knife, for the Bastard Knives tibia, which is a wicked looking Wharncliffe. Did you know that they claim this is gray DLC? They do. They claim that it's gray DLC. That's crazy to me. But anyways, this texturing is inspired by James Brand. And Jim Skelton gave credit to James Brand for that, reached out. So I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that he would give Todd Begg his due on the ball bearing clip. But ever since I talked to Begg Knives, and they were telling me about their ball bearing clip and how they were the first to do that, and that everyone that did that after that is just copying them. That is totally a Jim Skelton thing to do, where he give them credit. Ian says, Jim Skelton does knives. Thought he was too busy doing political hot takes. I don't know. I'll raise my hand and say, I don't watch his channel. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Jay Korskin. What's up, man? Jay says, 95 minutes. Is the wife out of town? No, she's here. She's here. Night Rare says, Rollshambo, buy that mech force and send it to transparent. Have him grind the recurve off at the base and add sharpening choil. Then redo the edge. That would be sick. It would also be really expensive and it would defeat the purpose, guys. It would defeat the purpose. I actually like a bit of recurve on a knife. I like a bit of recurve on a knife because it looks cool and it performs well. Recurves allow you to stay in the cut. David V says DLC handles would be nice. No snail trail. Yeah. Speaking of DLC handles, like for example, on this guy right here, this is the Remet RT Castrol is full DLC. And so it's very resistant to snail trails. I've carried this a decent amount. It's snail trail resistant. Which is cool because it's a super bougie knife, right? Timascus inlays, DLC everywhere, hollow grind. And yeah, snail trail free. Sever7 said, Rollshambo, where did you get your hat made? So this hat was a gift. This was a gift from one of my very first channel members. Some of you may have seen him in different live streams. Oreo Dave, who I haven't seen Dave around. He's watched a few videos recently, but I haven't seen him around so much in live streams. Right after I hit 1,000 subscribers, Oreo Dave was so kind, and he had this hat made for me with my original channel logo that I had made. So this channel logo was the original channel logo, and he had this hat made for me as a gift from the EDC roundtable. I want to say it was Forrest Hanks specifically did the hat. Yeah. So Forrest Hanks. Ian says, I don't align with Jim Skelton, so I don't follow the guy. I don't watch his stuff. But I know that he is someone who's been around the EDC community for a while. Welcome into War Room EDC. Welcome into Neil McKenzie. Good to see you, Neil. Welcome in, man. SC Rick says, Rolls, at Blade Show, there was a collab with Jack Wolf and LT Wright on a fixed blade. I think it's called the Stinger. Okay. Jack Wolf, LT Wright, Stinger. Let's see. LT Wright knives. I'll just go here. The next gen, the Genesis Scandi grind. That's pretty cool. I'm not finding that collaboration, but so there's a lot of really cool fixed blades out there. I kind of want to check out some T-Kel knives. What is that? Whatever they have on their front page looks fantastic. Available knives. The Adversary. I like that. Please allow 3 to 6 months for delivery on on pre-orders. Okay. The Adversary. What are we looking at here? $250. Okay. It's not bad. Additional information. 61 HRC dual tempered deep cryogenics. It sounds like they're trying to wake up Han Solo from stasis. Nickel boron. Okay. Almost a 4-inch blade. That's a decent size. What's the steel? configure. Maybe they don't list it because you have to choose it. Blade steel. Okay, so it's either ADCRV2 or AEBL. I really like AEBL. I've never tried ADCRV2 though. Choose the grip. Oh, I'd probably go with... what would I go with? Warrior? No. ODG micarta grip? Yeah. I think that would probably be the way to go. But let's just check them out. The Gavati grip? Is that a purple and black? Battleship? Apache? That's wild. OD green? No. I'd probably go with the ODG micarta grip. That would probably be the way to go. And then we would do ADCRV2. No custom engraving. Add an extended grip. No need to do that. Add T-Kill band-aids. Add a Be Less Dumb patch. Sold. Oh man. So that's cool. That's really cool. That would be the one that I would get. I like that. What else do they have? The Nighthawk, the Night Stalker, the Ops Hawk, the Piranha, Sapper. There's a lot of really cool fixed blades out there, guys. Paul Mills says, I like the Neutron 2 so much, I also got the Lizard Skin Atom also in 20 CV. Congratulations, man. I love what TRM does with the Atom and the Neutron. I think one that I really want to check out is their Titanium Bulldog. All right, guys. We are going to go ahead and call it a night. We did an hour and 45 minutes, which is about 15 minutes more than we usually do. I want to say thank you to everybody for riding with the channel. Thank you to all the channel members, regardless of whatever level you're at. Thank you to everybody in the members only Discord, the Only Spartans Discord. Thank you to everybody who watches the content from start to finish. Thank you to everybody who hits subscribe and hits the like button. Thank you. I try to say this as much as possible, but this channel doesn't happen without all of your support. So thank you. I've got a lot of big things planned for the near future, so please keep your eyes peeled for that. Got some cool stuff planned for the Only Spartans Discord. Keep your eyes peeled for that. If you're a new member and you haven't done so, go and sign up for the Only Spartans Discord. I don't know what you're doing. Shout out to David V for the $2 super. Thank you, man. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a night. Have a great rest of your weekend. The next time we'll be live will be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 p.m. Central, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. I hope you can make it. I understand if you can't. So for some of you guys, I'll see you soon. And for everybody else, we'll see you later.